Kenny here with Gardening Simplified. It's March 3rd, and we're out here trying to do some planting in the garden. Let's see what's going in the ground. We've got more rows cleared out. We got our victory garden up here. It's all cleaned out, and this area right here is it's an experiment. Of course, there's always an experiment in my garden. But what we did was we took all the garlic nodules. Last year, we tried, I believe it was last year, we tried planting them in rows and seeing how they did, and they didn't really do real well. So this year what I did, I took all of them that I had and I put them in this little spot here. This is about 5.5 feet, 6 feet, and just covered them with some fresh compost, water them in good, and we're going to see how they grow now. There's well over 1,000 nodules right here in this little area. And as they come up, what we'll do is we'll pull them out and we'll plant them somewhere else. That way, we're not going to waste a bunch of space if they don't germinate. But anyway, these are just recently planted. What we're going to do today, or in the intent today, is, let me see if I can zoom this out. There we go. Anyway, right here in this area, coming across this row, we're going to go ahead and we're going to put some trellises up. We're going to put one here, and we're going to put one right down at the end of there. What we're going to do is our cherry tomatoes will be on this one, and then we're going to put our melons on the other one. And right now what we're doing, we've got our Cherokee purple tomatoes, and we're putting these in the ground. Now it's ideal time to plant. It is a little cool this morning. It's supposed to be about 49, but you can see it is overcast, and it's supposed to be overcast today and tomorrow. So let's give them 2 days to get a chance to get acclimated. They have been in the greenhouse, so they're in partial shade. This will give them a little bit of time to get a better amount of sun. And when it comes to planting tomatoes, you always take your lower leaves off, and we plant them deep. That way we've got a good amount of root area, because they'll start rooting all up on the side. Now we have taken and we put some pelleted chicken litter in here. This is 333 for those who might want to know what the NPK is, and that's nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium. But anyway, we plant them a little wider this year. We're not going to put, well, I say we weren't planning to put as many tomatoes. We're still going to have quite a few. We've got about 16 on each of these rows. So between the two, we'll have 32 Cherokee purples. Now we will have a few spares left, but that's going to be all the Cherokee purples we're going to plant. We'll go ahead and set our cages here, get this ready. That way the puppy, when it comes in, and we've got it kind of knocked out of the garden now, but when it comes in, it won't come in and jump across and destroy our tomatoes. Now our row of early peas here, or green peas, is no sign of germination yet, but should be a few days and they should be coming on. Our asparagus is just now popping up, which it tried to pop up earlier, but it's just now getting to where we can harvest some. These roots are getting pretty good. This here is nice size spear. Now there are some that's smaller where it's seeded in, and we've got new roots establishing, but shouldn't be long. We'll be doing a pretty good harvest on these. We'll take a look here where we put our black plastic down. You can see what it looked like before. Now it's pretty much got most of these. What we'll do is probably clear this off, because I think we're going to need these beds for some of our planting today. And we got all the cages on the tomatoes. We got our T-post set up. We always run a wire between the T-posts, and we'll wire them to the cage so the cage can't blow from the wind. we have a lot of wind, gives a problem. And we've got our little trellis set up here. Got our melon started up, trained up on it. The height is good, probably about 6.5, 7 foot. And we've got our cherry tomatoes down here. We've got another trellis set up for them. It's just a simple boa T-post or a boa cattle panel, and use some wire it to a T-post. There's a lot of times I see people want to use tie straps, wire ties, and we don't do that. No need. We got plenty of wire around here on our farm. But we've got our watermelons in the ground. We've got 2 varieties planted here now. We've got another one that's a little behind these, and then we've down at the end we planted some cantaloupes. Got 2 varieties of them. We've got our cucumbers here. We've got some national and then some poinsettia. We've got half the row of each, and they've got a good start, so they should continue to grow. And we've come around here in the greenhouse. Now the greenhouse is wide open. Normally when I open the ends, it's a good sign that spring is well on its way, even though it's just first part of March. Here in Zone 8B, the weather's looking pretty good. So we've opened her up. We've taken and planted some bok choy right here. And we planted some cilantro. Now, I don't know if you're down here in the south and it's warming up. Let me know what you've got in the ground. You know, we don't have much spring down here like a lot of you up north. It gets hot in a hurry. The green beans that we planted are looking better. It should be plenty full enough row to get a good crop of them, but we still have a lot of plants that need to go out. Now our peppers could go out. They're looking pretty good. They're still a little small, and definitely our squash needs to go out. We've got some Napa cabbage here, and we've got some, I say Napa cabbage. Let me see, I got a tag. Mitchahili, some early Jersey cabbage, and then we've got some gypsy broccoli. The Mitchahili probably would go on out, but the others need to wait a little bit. We still, we're waiting on a few of our watermelons. Our all sweets are still kind of small. We won't put them out. We've got some pumpkins that need to go out, and definitely we need to get our lettuce in the ground. Our onions are big enough. We're going to put these on beside one row of our tomatoes. We'll just kind of intercrop those. They should do great. And we've still got a bunch of tomatoes to go, our hocinators and our well, if I could think what the other was. Oh, red snappers, and those were both from Safe Seed, so we'll see how they do. But anyway, it's looking like our garden's got a lot in it. Hopefully we won't get no cold snaps and have to cover something. But if we do, we'll face that when it comes. But anyway, let me know how your garden's doing. And if you want to see more videos like this, content like this, canning, preserving, self-sufficiency, of course, hit that subscribe, hit the bell, select all. And of course, give it a big thumbs up and share this video. Enjoy that gardening experience.